Now, board member comments. Do any board members? Board member Janet Cannon.
Oh, yes, this is just a quick reminder message. Throughout this summer, we have had 2 NASB New Board Member Institute sessions. These give new board members an opportunity to kind of get a feel for what it means to be a board member, how to use parliamentary procedure, et cetera, et cetera. The last one will be on Wednesday, August 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and they will be discussing the federal role in education and emerging education issues. So, and one other thing, they have set up with the new cabinet member on education, quarterly meetings with state board leadership. And I'm just wondering if our state board leadership is aware of that, and if not, I will get you the information. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Leadership across the nation will have an opportunity to talk one-on-one with the Secretary of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Janet. Appreciate that. No, she's going to get us the information. Board member Straight?
Yes, thank you. Last week, both Board Member Earl and myself were able to attend the Superintendent's Association meetings up in Cache County School District. I believe they're going to be working around the entire board and inviting you, and it was a great opportunity to communicate and see things from new perspectives and to get a feel for the leadership of our LEAs. So it was a great opportunity.
Thank you, Board member Straight. Board member Earl?
I was going to say the same thing. I enjoyed that. I got to go to the URSA conference too, which was, I think it was 740 people showed up. They had a lot more than they anticipated. And I think it'll continue to grow because they're bringing in various people that educators are interested in hearing. I did enjoy, I felt like it was an exhale for educators. It was like, kind of a thing. I don't know if that was the same, but it was just kind of like, okay, like we're back. This feels normal. This feels like we can associate. We can engage with one another. We can actually go to the park after and get some food at the food truck and that kind of a thing. And so it was fun to see people in a little different setting and carry on some dialogue and get to know them a little bit more. So. And I did learn about esports, and I think I'm a little naive on that. So I promised I would.
About what?
Esports.
Oh.
So, and maybe you all are informed, I promised to contact a couple of districts and actually be educated on it because I spoke from a parent's perspective, a mother's perspective, and it was not the same. They found very great value in it, and I did not. So I told them I would educate myself in this because it's created a lot of stress in my home. And then just one other comment. As we move forward with this rule, I've just been thinking about it a lot, probably like the rest of you too. But I know if we're not responsive to the public, they will not trust us and they will not stay. And I know that's not a threat. That's people will take their kids where they're going to feel secure. And I have no doubt that we will find the way forward for them. And I think we can do that and still create an environment that creates the autonomy for our educators in such a way that we can be successful in what we're doing and that trust element is there. So those are just my thoughts as we move forward.
Thank you, Ms. Jenny. Board member Lear?
I just want to say, and this comment I could have made during our discussion of R277328, but I just was involved with reading the Teacher of the Year applications, 30 amazing teachers from around the state, and they chose 5 finalists with a number of panelists reading. But I thought it was interesting, one of their questions that they all responded to was, what is an education issue that you think is crucial right now? And probably 25-ish of the 30 applications of these amazing people everywhere said social emotional learning was one of their greatest concerns and one of the things that they are most both glad that they're learning more about and that they find that their students are absolutely desperate for, that they find that teaching their students how to deal with emotional problems is increasingly a part of their jobs, and they need help and they appreciate all the resources they get. So I thought it was very impressive that 30 amazing teachers identified that as a primary issue.
Thank you, Ms. Carroll. Board Member Straight?
I apologize. I forgot the most important thing that I wanted to say tonight.
It's your birthday. No, I'm just,
Yeah. Well, we got a ways. But anyway, the thing that I most enjoyed about going to the URSA conference and to the Superintendent's Association meetings was being able to meet and rub shoulders and talk with fellow board members. And, as we get to know each other, I think we really become impressed. I'm so impressed with everyone that I've been able to visit with, and I feel so much more comfortable to get to know everyone here. So I think that was the most important thing for me. And sometimes it's people are a little bit different than you think when you do it over Zoom. But I appreciate getting to know each one of you more personally. So thanks.
I didn't know you were quite so tall. Vice Chair Davis?
Yes, just several of you have already kind of had a save the date, turn in your preferences type of thing, but just a reminder that, and this is a segue on what Board Member Straight said, because this is going to be an opportunity to do just that and to connect better together as people and individuals and get to know each other better. And just a reminder that this will happen on September 10th and 11th. And we're looking at potentially kind of a half day in the afternoon on Friday and a half day Saturday, probably ending about 1. Just want to let everybody have a little reminder about that opportunity. It will probably be in Park City area, and we will give you all the details later. And then just another comment to piggyback on what Board Member Earl said is I believe that we absolutely do need to be responsive to the public, and I believe we are. 328 is a response to public concern, particularly two concerns. One was that educators were trying to help teach, kindness and respect and equity, and it was getting conflated with principles of other theories. And on the other side of that, people were saying, we don't want these theories to be taught in schools. And so 328 is actually a response to the public concerns. We should continue to listen. We should keep both ears open. And if we need to work on and make changes and clarify and see how things are rolling out, then we need to do that and continue to do that. But I believe that this board is, I don't know about you, but I have spent hours and hours and hours and hours of my life away from my kids, listening to public comment because I care and I am responsive, and so are you, and I thank you all for that.
Thank you. I don't see any other lights. Just a reminder that we have committee meetings in the morning. You'll have to look and see if you were at 9:15, or 9:30 to make sure that you get there. And then we have a study session in the afternoon starting at 1. And they're virtual. So I don't see any more, so we will consider this meeting adjourned.